Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but we're too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kvitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kvitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kvitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kvitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is episode number 557. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today's show is going to be what makes a patient a great dental patient. All right, last week we talked about what makes a dentist a great dentist, and this week we're going to talk about what makes a patient a great patient. All right, before we get started, I'd like to remind you, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kvitko. And if you'd please go to my office Facebook page and like us, that would be awesome. It's drkvitko.com. Also, all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. And although sometimes we do stream live on Facebook, I couldn't get it to cooperate, so I guess we'll try again next week. Okay, so as I mentioned, let me remind you that we're going to give away free flowers in about 10 minutes. They'll be delivered to your place of business on Tuesday afternoon, and they are from DeSantis Florist. Okay, so you may want to maybe pre-program into your phone 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. That's the number you're going to call in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll give away those free flowers. And the questions are always easy, and all you have to do is pay attention a little bit, and you'll be able to win. Okay, so as I said, today's show is what makes a patient a good patient, and how can you tell if you are one of them? Okay, so the first thing I guess I want to throw out there or mention is if you're not one of those people that say, I only want what my insurance covers, then you're a good patient, okay? Because your dental insurance company isn't really worried about, I'm serious, folks, they don't really care about your dental health. They only care about minimizing how much they have to spend. We've all seen it. You've seen it with your auto insurance. You've seen it with your homeowner's insurance. You see all these commercials on television with attorneys going, you need an attorney, don't take the check the insurance company is going to offer you because you probably do much, much more, and we can get you more, right? We've all seen them. There are a million of them on the air, it seems, both radio and television. And so if you're letting your insurance company dictate what your care should be, you're really not a great patient, okay? It's very simple. It's just the absolute truth. Okay, another one would be that you don't blame the dentist when you have a cavity or an abscess. So keep in mind, as your dentist, I only get, if I'm lucky, 2 cracks at you per year, right? People come once every 6 months. A good portion of the population does. 40% of the people never go to the dentist on a regular basis at least, maybe for a toothache or so. But 60% of you do go twice a year. Okay. So, but there are 365 days in a year, folks, and that means the other 363 are up to you and you alone. So, if you wind up with a cavity, it's not my fault. It's your fault. I mean, it's true, right? Think about it. You're the one that knows if you're brushing properly or often enough. You're the one that knows if you're actually flossing, not just 2 days before coming for your cleaning. You're the one that knows if you've been eating candy and sticky foods. By the way, sticky food it's important because we think of raisins as healthy food, right? And they probably are, but they're very sticky. So they stick into the teeth, get into the grooves and valleys, and if you eat a lot of raisins, you can get cavities. So you have to think about those kinds of things and just realize you're the one in charge. You're the one responsible. I'm going to help you, My staff's going to help you. We're going to do the absolute best we can, but you still may wind up with a cavity, and you may even wind up with an abscess if you haven't been going to your dentist or a dentist on a regular basis because you thought everything was fine, and then you come in and we take an x-ray and we find that you have an abscessed tooth. Okay, and it's like, well, how did that happen? Well, it happened because either that tooth sustained some trauma, or it's developed a small crack, or you have a cavity that's kind of worked its way in from the side, kind of underneath where you can't see. And as it got bigger and bigger, it got closer and closer to the nerve to where eventually it actually did contact the nerve. But you didn't really feel it much because your body has this way of kind of treating this kind of thing. It has its own natural endorphins and enkephalins, and if it's a slow enough process, sometimes the nerve can die a quiet death, and so you still have a dead tooth, but what you have is an infection that's starting, and it doesn't hurt yet, until you get enough pressure built up from all of the bacteria that are growing in there. Okay, but just keep in mind, again, don't blame the dentist, don't blame me if that happened to you, and so if you take responsibility, that would make you a great dental patient. Okay, another one would be a person or a patient who respects the dentist's time. Now, I know we're not used to thinking about respecting the dentist's time. Why should I respect the dentist's time? I'm the patient, I'm the customer. Isn't the customer always right? Well, yeah, the customer is always right, or the patient is always right, but we're talking about what makes a great patient, right? Well, a great patient is one who comes on time, or even better, folks, come 5 or 10 minutes early. You know why? We might be able to get you started early. Sometimes it's a matter of, gee, if John happens to come 10 minutes early, let's get him right back. We'll get started on his x-rays. Maybe our hygienist finished up a little early, and so we can get you started early. It's not going to happen all the time that we can actually start you early, but it's probably going to happen enough of the time to make it worth your while. But most importantly, if you don't come late, well, that to me is one of the definitions of a great patient, because if you don't come late, well, now we can get started on time, we can get finished on time, and now we're not pushing into the appointment time of the next patient, because I don't think it's fair, and I'm sure you agree, that the next patient should get started late because of you. And guess what? That next patient who gets started late, they're not going to put up a negative review that says, well, I had to wait because the Dr. Kvitko's last patient came late. All they're going to put up online is, Dr. Kvitko's office made me wait, and I didn't get started on time, and I'm not happy about that. You see? So let's say okay, take this for an example. If my first patient comes late by 10 minutes and I still squeeze them in or do it, and by the way, if you're that patient and you've just fought traffic to get there, the last thing you want to hear is us to say, hey, John, I'm really sorry, but we can't see you today because you came 10 minutes late. You'd be angry at us, right? And maybe rightly so, because you tried your best and you just couldn't get there. But now we go ahead and we see you. Well, how are we going to get caught up? We're now 10 minutes behind the entire day at the minimum. But what happens if a couple people come late for their appointment? Before you know it, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 13 minutes there. Well, now we're 30, 40 minutes behind, and we're trying to do our best. And before you know it, we're all stressed. We're not sure we're doing a good service for anyone. We're worried about, what are people thinking, and are they going to understand or not? And so it just kind of like snowballs. Okay, so a trait of a great patient is to always come on time, or to at least not be late. Okay, so that's 3. And by the way, remember those 3 because, as you know, we mentioned, we do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day each week. And I try to make it easy, and I try to make sure I've covered everything before we get to the actual question. And so those 3 are going to be important. Let me just refresh. You're not one of those people who says, I only want what my insurance covers. You don't blame your dentist when you have a cavity or an abscess. And you, how did we word it? You are a patient who respects the dentist's time by showing up for your appointment either early or on time. Okay, those are the 3. Okay, now another one that, we're going to do the question probably in about a minute and a half or 2. Okay, another one would be, if you make an appointment, you keep it. You don't cancel at the last minute or fail to show up at all. You'd be surprised how often that happens. And it really disrupts things, okay? Because I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody call and say, I'd like to get in as soon as possible. What's the soonest you have? And then whether it's a hygiene appointment or whether it's an appointment with me as the dentist, we'll look at the schedule and we'll say, oh, gee, we don't have anything tomorrow. We don't have anything. We have something on Friday. And they take it. But it's not really convenient. They were hoping to get in sooner. So then, tomorrow happens, we show up, maybe the third patient doesn't come at all. And it's like, well, shoot, I could have offered this to so-and-so, but now it's too late. So it's a kind thing to do to your fellow patients to not cancel at the last minute. You're basically just, or not come, you're basically just taking a spot that someone else could have used. Okay, so I think it is time for us to do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. And remember, you're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. But before we do, we'd like you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. One winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
All right, and the question of the day is, today we are bringing you the traits of a great dental patient. What are some of the traits that we have mentioned so far?
Donna from Worthington.
A patient who doesn't just want what their insurance company covers. B, a patient who doesn't blame the dentist when they get a cavity or develop an abscess. C, a patient who respects the dentist's time by showing up for their appointments either early or on time. Or D, all of the above. All right, the winner's going to receive free flowers from DeSantis Florist. They'll be delivered to your place of business this Tuesday afternoon. The number to call, 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
You won't believe it though. I want to hear your mind. And there's nothing else in the world tonight. She said people don't take the time. Hey, people don't take the time.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and road show. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
Dr. Kvitko! Let's go! Hi, I'm Johanna, and I've been a dental patient at Dr. Kvitko and Associates for over 10 years. I would really recommend Dr. Kvitko for your family's dental care. They're friendly. They're always there to help me. I feel like family when I walk in the door. It's clean, it's comfortable. Even if I have to bring my kids, they have a great playroom for them. I know when I'm with Dr. Kvitko, they are taking that extra time to make sure that I'm going to be the healthiest I can be. They've been great. I love them.
Call Dr. Kvitko and Associates today, 614-262-9588.
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kvitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. All right, we're back. We're doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. During the break, my producer took the phone calls. Tell me who is the winner of Dr. Kvitko's question of the day, who had the correct answer, which is D, all of the above.
The correct answer this morning was given by Laura from Lewis Center, and she wins the free flowers from DeSantis Florist.
Congratulations to our winner. Thank you so much for calling in and for listening, of course. And for those of you that didn't win today, please call in next week. Okay, if you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile. It's episode number 557. Today we're bringing you the traits of a great dental patient. And so here's another trait. You brush and floss regularly. You need to do your part. If you're doing your part, if you're trying to take good care of your teeth, well, that's going to keep you healthy. And we love saying to somebody, hey, no cavities today. You look great. No gum disease. Keep up the good work. We really do. We really, really do. Okay. You desire to keep all of your teeth for a lifetime. That's important because if you are one of these people that just figures, oh, I'm just going to get dentures someday, or if my tooth breaks, I'll just have it extracted, or I'm not really worried about tooth decay because nothing hurts, and you don't really think about the fact that, well, what if I lose the tooth? That's not a great patient. A great patient is someone who wants and knows that you can have all of your teeth in your head your entire lifetime. You're not going to lose any teeth, all right? And it's very, very possible. Another would be you make your teeth a priority by allowing plenty of time in your schedule rather than butting your dental appointment right up to your hair appointment. And we all know that hair and nails are more important to a lot of women, but it's really hard because I can't tell you how many times somebody comes in a few minutes late and then says, oh, and by the way, I have to leave 5 minutes early because I have a hair appointment. Well, when I have a medical appointment, when I have a doctor's appointment, or even a dentist appointment, because I had a root canal a few months back, I didn't have anything else going that day. I didn't want to rush the dentist. I didn't want to be on pins and needles because I was maybe not going to get out on time and I was going to miss my next appointment. I didn't have a next appointment. I just set aside that morning or that afternoon for my dental appointment or for my medical appointment. Okay, and that's what makes a patient a great patient. Think about it. Okay, here's another one. You allow your dentist to do his or her job by following their recommendations for when x-rays are needed. Can't tell you how important that is. Those of you that listen know I've mentioned it several times how important that is. But folks, I can't see what I can't see. And a good example is, about 6 months ago, it was finally time for my exam and x-ray and cleaning. And my hygienist or my assistant took some dental x-rays on me, and we found a cavity. I didn't know I had a cavity. Nothing hurt. Had no indication. Nothing rough to my tongue. No sensitivity to sweets. No sensitivity to cold. But I had a cavity, and it wasn't a small one. It snuck up on me, right? And so if I was one of those people that didn't allow the dentist to take an x-ray, well, I don't need an x-ray, or I don't like the radiation. And by the way, our x-rays are 1/11 the amount of radiation that they used to be when we used to take the little films that you held up to the light and that we developed with chemicals. It's 1/11 of that. I mean, think about that. It's minimal, very minimal. But anyway, if I hadn't allowed that x-ray, wouldn't have known I had the cavity, and sure enough, I'd be one of the next root canal victims, right? Okay, so to me, that is very, very important. All right, the next one would be, if a filling or crown that your dentist placed on your tooth, or did several years ago, needs redone, you don't expect it to be free. Because just because I touched that tooth doesn't mean that I own it. Doesn't mean that we are now married and that every time something on that tooth comes up, well, you fixed it 5 years ago, why should you charge me now? Okay? I think most of you get that, but some people don't. Some people think, well, you fixed it back in 2002. Shouldn't it last forever? The answer is obviously no, nothing lasts forever. Look at your car if it's 10 years old or 5 years. Even a 5-year-old car has things going wrong with it, right? Tires wear out, all kinds of stuff. So that would make you a great patient if you didn't assume that every filling from the time you got the first one should be free. Okay, here's another one. You understand that while you don't exactly enjoy having dental work done, it's not always about you. Now don't take that wrong. Let me explain. What I mean is that you understand that your dentist job can be tedious and difficult at times. So you, as a great patient, will do your best to open wider when asked, to not talk or fidget when asked to stay very still, and generally try your best to make your dentist's job as easy as possible. Again, I'm sure that sounds self-serving to a lot of you because I'm the dentist, right? But I'll tell you what, in my own personal life, the way I treat, when I go to a medical professional, I try to be the absolute best patient I can. Whatever they ask me to do, I do. Why? Because I know they're going to do their best work when I am cooperating in that regard. Okay? So while most patients, I'll have to say, and I'm sad to say, most patients come in not wanting to be there and feeling like it's my job and my staff's job to make you comfortable, and don't get me wrong, it is, and to take care of your needs, and it is, but give some thought to what's going to make our job easier so that we can do a better job, right? Because if you're not fidgeting, if you open wide when I ask or you stay open, then I can get you done. I can do a better job. I can get you done quicker, okay? It's just common sense, and I don't mean anything by it when I say that, and hopefully you get what I'm saying here. And that's very, very important. And let me tell you why, because if you don't stay open, I say open wide, and you don't stay open. Now, I've got a drill in your mouth. It rotates at 420,000 RPMs, revolutions per minute. Now, it does slow down to about 120,000 RPMs when it actually touches tooth, but that's spinning pretty fast, right? And it cuts enamel. It's pretty strong. So if you start to talk while I'm drilling, if you swallow while I'm drilling, you start to close your mouth while I'm drilling, well, now you've pushed my drill, or could push my drill, into the next tooth, into the opposing tooth. You could, when you swallow, you can push your tongue into the turning drill, and that's going to cut your tongue. You know, all these things that could make for a not so great outcome are going to happen or could happen, okay? So that's the reason. It's not self-serving. It's really going to allow me to do a better job for you, but it does require your help, and so to be a great patient, just help me out as much as you can. Okay, here's another one. You don't post negative reviews until and unless you have discussed your concerns with your dentist or the staff. Okay? We just recently had this episode where this woman posted a review, gave us 1 star. Now, she started off by saying, I was going to post a 5-star review because I thought my filling appointment was great. I liked my filling. Everything was nice. But then they turned me over to collections. Okay? And so what she said in her review was, I went in and I had this filling done, and then 2 weeks later a little chip happened and I had to go back in, and they charged me again. And then when I didn't pay it, they turned me over to collections. Well, that's not what happened at all. She did have a little chip, and we did fix it. That part was correct, but we didn't charge her. But that day, she was asked to pay the portion that the insurance company hadn't covered for the filling when we first did it. When we tried to, and by the way, we were trying to reach out to her several times, letters that came back, you know, where the post office said undeliverable, it's the wrong address or something. No phone calls were ever answered or returned that we made. And so when we finally reached back out to her, and how we reached her, by the way, was posting a response to her review. And she said, I am so sorry, because here's what happened. It turns out we had her phone number wrong by 1 digit. She doesn't know why our mail was coming back, but we have proof because we have the picture of the envelope with the yellow sticker on it. And then when we explained to her that we hadn't charged her, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. If I take the, I mean, if I pay you, will you not can we make sure this doesn't go on my credit report? And we said, absolutely. And so she's agreeing to take down the review, and we're agreeing to take down the response to the review. And then obviously she's going to pay us. So don't post negative reviews, if you want to be a great patient, by the way, without talking to us first. Okay, it's very simple. All right, well, looks like I'm way past time to go to a break. You're listening to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, and we'll be right back.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, of the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
All right, we're back. If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile. It's episode number 557. We're talking about what makes a patient a great patient. All right, and we don't have a whole lot of time left, so let me get right to it. Okay, to be a great patient, you would be a person who never posts negative reviews out of spite for a dispute over how much your insurance company paid for a procedure. If your insurance company paid too little, you post a negative review about them, not your dentist. Also, you post positive reviews when you receive great care. Another would be you don't compare the treatment you received to what your friend said was their experience for the same thing. Why? Because, first of all, it probably wasn't the same thing. You just don't know. I mean, bicuspid is a little bit easier to work on than a molar. So let's say you were upset about how long it took to get your tooth, maybe have a root canal and a crown, and your friend said, well, mine only took 45 minutes. Well, maybe your friend's was a smaller tooth, a bicuspid with just one root instead of three, like a molar. Okay, so you can't really do that, and you would be a great patient if you don't do that. Also, you refer friends and family. So if you're happy with your care, which we hope you are, send us your friends, send us your family, because if we're doing a good job for you, that means you're not going to need much anymore. Just cleanings, every twice a year and x-rays every so often. And so we need your friends and family to get them healthy as well. Also, you understand that you can't receive a thorough exam, x-ray, and cleaning in 30 minutes. That means two things. One, if your dentist is only allowing 30 minutes, you should switch dentists. And two, when you go to a dentist where it takes an hour to an hour and a half, you don't complain about how long it takes. Why? Because you understand that means you're receiving better care. So a great patient understands that, rather than considering it a liability, okay? So, I mean, let's face it, you know if you've been brushing or not, right? So if you haven't been brushing and you go into the dentist, let's say it's a new dentist, not been there before, and you're in and out in 30 minutes, are you going to pat yourself on the back and go, hey, what a good boy am I? I must have been brushing. You know you weren't. You know you haven't been taking care. So how in the world did they get your teeth clean and do the exam and the x-rays all in 30 minutes and be thorough? The answer is they didn't. And great patients know that. So if you're going to an office that only allows 30 minutes, you probably need to go somewhere else. Okay? And then by the same token, if you come to someone else like us and it takes an hour or an hour and a half, you understand why and you appreciate it. Okay, that is all the time we have. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Kvitko and visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email to speaking@thereasonswesmile.com.